What's up YouTubers, Johnny DIY here. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to fix and touch up paint chips or scratches, even rusty rock chips, or even rust bubbling under your car's paint. It's going to be all the same process. If you guys are new to my channel, please do me a favor, click the subscribe and the notification bell so you can get all my new videos. Alright, let's get to this one. Okay, here's one of the paint chips we're going to be working on today. As you can see, it's pretty rusty and down to the bare metal. So the first thing we're going to do is go ahead and clean the area with some soap and water. I'm just going to rub it with a little rubbing alcohol just to get the surrounding area nice and clean. Next, as you can see, the paint's a little loose around it, so I'm just going to go with my fingernail and chip out any of it. You can also use a little flathead, just very gently. You just want to make sure you get any of the loose surrounding paint to chip off, because it's just going to keep chipping if you don't do this now. It'll just keep spreading. So if it's loose, just chip it away. Okay, now we're going to want to start sanding the area, and what grit you're going to want to use is 400 to 600 grit is good. If it's really rusty and maybe say bubbling, the paint's bubbling, you're going to need to use a coarser one. You could start with around probably 100 grit or so. That'll be good. I'll make sure I put links down in the description to some sandpaper and all the other tools and supplies I'm using for you guys today. But we will go ahead and start sanding the area, and the idea is we're going to start trying to remove any of that rust. We really want to get all the rust completely gone. If you can't get it completely gone, you want to at least get it as much as you can. If you don't want to make too big of a mess with the sanding, take some masking tape, put it around the area so you don't sand too far. That'll just be a reminder for yourself not to spread it out too much. Okay, I've gotten most of all the rust off. Now, if you've used a coarse grit, you can take a finer grit after you're done using the coarse grit and soften up the edges around it with the fine grit. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and clean the area off with some rubbing alcohol. Be liberal. Now it's time to prime the area, and we're going to be using this Rust-Oleum Rusty Metal Primer. And another good brand is also Pour 15 is a good brand. You can buy this in the spray as well, and if it's a small area, you could just spray this in a cup and use a brush to paint the little area. I actually just finished touching up all the little rust spots in the bed of my pickup truck. As you can see, they were bare metal or rust spots. I've got a ton of them. Now I just need to top coat it with a little paint to protect that primer. Let's also go ahead and do this rusty area right here inside the door. Now, what kind of paint are you going to want to use? This is just automotive general blue that matches this car because it's so old. But you can take your car to a local automotive paint shop. They can actually color match your car or you can buy touch-up paint kits online. And how you do that is you want to go to the driver's side, and if you look right here, there's a sticker right here, and this is actually going to list your color and trim code. It should have a little C/TR. That'll be your color trim code. You can take that number, put that online, and get the exact matching color to the outside of your car. You can get little paint pens. You can get a little bottle that has a little brush on it. You can get it in a spray paint can, or you can get it in a larger can that you can brush on. You have lots of options in that way. I'm gonna brush this on, but since I have the spray paint, I'll just go ahead and spray a little in the cap. Oh, come on. All right, I managed to get some out of the can after the tip just broke on me, of course. Stuff's pretty thin, so you may need 2 coats. Let that dry for a few minutes. It's been a few minutes, now we can go ahead and give it a second coat. Just want to keep giving it light coats until you get full coverage on it. That looks good. Okay, here it is all done. I'd wait a week before you washed or waxed this spot just to give that paint a chance to harden up. Now I know this patch doesn't match perfect, but it's a lot better than it was, and it's gonna stop that spread of rust, which is most important to protect your paint. All right guys, hopefully you found something in this video helpful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and if you're new to the channel, subscribe and click the notification bell so you can get my new videos. Thanks for watching Johnny DIY. Keep on doing it yourself, guys. Take care.